Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, I hope you guys are having a good day. So today we have a machine control deck versus a Dinomorphia deck. I will be going over the plays as the video goes, and there will be a deck list at the end of the video. So please sit back, watch, and enjoy. So here we did draw into an actually good hand. So our opponent says 4 and pass, which made me believe that we were playing against Eldritch at the beginning of the game. So we do have our machine gear frame in the hand, which is one of our main starters. But because we do have our pot of extravagance in the hand also, I wait to see what we draw, which is our Ice Dragon Prison. We use our pot of extravagance to banish 6. They use their domain, Dinomorphia domain. And here you can see some cards that we don't really want to see banished, but it's okay, like our Super Dreadnoughts and our Elder Entity, because we do ran 2 copies of Dogmatica Punishment, but our main monsters are in the main deck anyway, so this isn't a big of a deal. So they send 2 to the graveyard to summon their main boss monster, which is their Dinomorphia Kentragina. We draw 2. We summon our gear frame. He activates his Kentragina in order to summon into another Kentragina. And here we bring our Unclaspear to the hand, which allows us to special summon it onto the field, discarding 1 card to the graveyard, which is our Citadel. We activate our Machine Fortress by sending it and another card to the graveyard to special summon it to the field, and he Sullen Judgments that thing immediately, wants nothing to do with it. We link summon into our double-headed Angry Knuckles. The reason why we do this is it's just a quick play follow-up. So basically, if he tries to attack or destroy our Knuckles, we'll send it to the graveyard and bring back our Citadel, or any level 10 monster, which right now is our Citadel. So he activates a Dinomorphia Brute, which allows him to destroy a card on the field and one of our cards. Bringing back the Teresa. He activates a Trap Trick, banishing a Ferret Flames in order to set a Ferret Flame. He activates his Kentragina again. And here, I choose to activate our Ice Dragon Prison, which lets us special summon his Kentragina onto our field, allowing us to banish both the Kentraginas. He still gets to pop our back row with the effect. He activates his Teresa in the grave, which allows him to bring back out a Diplos, burning us for 500 damage. He activates another Dinomorphia Alert, which will allow him to special summon 2 Dinomorphia monsters onto the field, and we do not want that to happen. So Sullen Judgment that, get that out of here, thank you. So he says 2 and passes. Here we draw into our machine Resevenger. We summon it onto the field. He pops our double-headed Knuckles, which activates our Citadel in the graveyard. He brings back the Teresa from the graveyard. I bring back out the Citadel. He activates the effect to set another Dinomorphia Alert. Here we try to go for game, and he activates the Ferret, which would send our monsters back to the deck. So I activate the Citadel in order to dodge this effect and get in the graveyard, because that's where we like to have our Citadel. You bring back some Diplos again. He activates another Dinomorphia Brute to bring out 2 of his monsters from the graveyard. He sets another Dinomorphia Domain. and he smacks us for 1000 damage. And ends his turn. Here I was wondering why he didn't attack with the Teresa for the 2000 damage, but I figured it's because he needs us to have 2000 more points in life than him for most of his cards to activate their second effect. So we draw into our Call by the Grave, but we use it to get our Knuckles out from the grave. He uses his Dinomorphia domain in order to special summon into a Dinomorphia Stealthia, and then he activates the skill drain, which we don't really care about because most of our monster effects happen in the graveyard, so we're perfectly fine with that. So here we draw into our Citadel, which allows us to use it to summon our Fortress, and he summons Judgment that thing immediately. He wants nothing to do with that, which is fine with us. It's okay. So we use our Knuckles to bring back our Citadel. I put him in defense position just because he has 2 monsters on the field. I don't want to activate any of their effects by destroying one until I at least have another monster on the field. So here we draw into our Machine Redeployment, one of our best cards, and we change to attack position, and again we don't have another monster in the hand, so we just pass it on to him. Here he does use his Pot of Duality to get another Solemn Strike, which is fine with us. Here we draw into our Machine Reinforced, which is basically our main boss monsters. We send him to the graveyard where he likes to be as well. He activates the Dinomorphia Sonic in order to negate the activation of a spell by destroying one of his monsters, which allows him to bring back the Teresa from the graveyard. And we banish 3 in order to summon our reinforcement into the field, and now I decide to attack. At this point I realized that he doesn't have any more fusion monsters, and maybe he would just be stalling, because if he did he would have went into another Ketragina, and he surrenders. So that is the game, guys. Like I said, the deck list will be at the end of the video. Alright guys, so here's the deck list. We run 3 Maxis, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Machine Gear Frames, 1 Machine Pulse Storage, 1 Machine Reese Avenger, 2 Machine Uncle Spare, 2 Machine Fortresses, 1 Machine Air Raider, 1 Machine Irradiator, 1 Machine Metal Crusher, 2 Machine Citadels, 1 Machine Reinforce, 1 Harpy Feather Duster, 3 Pots of Extravagance, 3 Machine Redeployment, 2 Call by the Grave, 2 Torrential Tributes, 2 Infinite Impermanence, 2 Machines Overdrive, 2 Dogmatica Punishment, 2 Ice Dragon Prison, 1 Sullen Judgment, 2 Skill Drains. For the extra deck, I run 1 Elder Entity, 1 Gear Giant X, 1 Gaga Gaga Cowboy, 1 Number 27, 2 Rail Cannon Gustav, 2 Number 81 Rail Cannon Super Dora, 2 Rail Cannon Juggernaut Liebet, 1 Zeus, 3 double-headed Anger Knuckle, and 1 Union Carrier. Now I know it can be kind of weird playing a 43 card deck, but there are cards in this deck that you can definitely take out. Like for example, this card, you could definitely take this out. I rarely ever use this. It's also a dark monster. So for example, if this card is on the field and it gets destroyed and your Citadel is in the graveyard, its effect does not go off because it's not an earth machine. It's a dark machine. So I would definitely take this out. This you can take out. Again, it is a dark machine monster, but I like having it because sometimes if you need to get over something, it helps. Also, let's say you have like 2000 damage or 2000 attack on a monster and somebody's about to attack you with like 2500. This will boost you up so that when they attack you, they will get destroyed. It's also a quick effect, so you could do this at any point in time. I would say you can definitely run this with just 1 Citadel. Most people do, I believe. I like having it too. It's just more fun for me. That's the way I like playing it. You can get rid of this. Also, I like having it because it's level 8. So sometimes if I have this in the graveyard and let's say this in the graveyard and this is in the graveyard, I can banish both of those and bring this out because it equals 12. Also, if I have this in the hand and this in the hand, I could just send this to the graveyard and summon this from my hand. What else can we take out? You can play this without the Torrential Tribute as well. I just like having it because again, we're playing a control deck. You could definitely play this to 1. I play it at 2. That's what I'm comfortable with. But you could definitely play it to 1. I don't think I've ever used it twice. You don't need the Dogmatic Punishment. I just like having it to pop a card on the field. You can definitely play this without skill drain. 100%. This deck does not revolve around skill drain. It just helps. It just helps you win sometimes. That's all it is. But you could definitely play without it. So if you want to get rid of those, you can. For the extra deck, you could definitely get rid of this and get rid of this if you're not playing the Dogmatic Punishment. Something I would like to do is add another one of these, but I just don't feel like crafting it. I only have 1. I will bump this up to 2, but again, I only have 1. So if you want to play this deck, I would recommend getting rid of this, and adding 2 more to this, or adding 1 more of this and 1 more of this if you are playing the Dogmatic Punishment. But other than that, that is the deck list. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for watching. I would really appreciate it if you guys like, comment, and share. Only if you want to. You know, you're not forced to do it. And thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time.